Roblox Grove Garden has dozens of seeds that have released over countless amounts of updates inside of the game. However, a lot of these seeds were either lost and forgotten about or never actually made their way to the public. Now, in this video, I was actually given a ton of secret seeds from an admin of the game, and I was able to check out the size of these plants and also the fruits and what they're valued at. What we found will shock you. All right, so first things first, we're gonna go ahead and let's get our sprinkler set up here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down a master sprinkler, advanced, godly, and basic. There we go. We're gonna also go ahead and get our mooncats set up before we decide to plant that seed. So let's get all 8 of our mooncats that we have. All right, all 8 mooncats are ready. We're gonna go ahead and plant a moon melon seed now right here under the sprinklers, and now we're just gonna water it so we can get this thing to grow. All right, there we go. Moon melon is grown. Now we just gotta wait for a fruit to actually sprout. I'm gonna water it, and then hopefully these mooncats can get a big melon to grow out of it. All right, so we have a pretty decent sized moon melon growing in. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my main account again to grow all plants for us, just so we can get this thing to fully grow. And guess we still got a gigantic one in the end. All right, well, it looks like our mooncats really did help with getting our moon melon. I'm just gonna go ahead then and pick up our mooncats, and let's just go ahead and go straight to the mutation sprays then. So we got shocked, we got chocolate, we should have a pollinated. There we go, there's pollinated, and then we'll use our honey sprinkler here. And then we're going to quickly spawn in our polar bears like we normally do to get chilled on it. And we're only going to do 6 polar bears because we're going to do, again, the queen bee spawn in with a butterfly. So as soon as this thing gets chilled, we can get this thing to rainbow. Because the gold mutation, if you didn't know, the gold mutation does not count as a 5th mutation if you want to get this thing to rainbow. You have to have 5 event mutations, and since the gold counts as a growth mutation, it doesn't actually let you convert to rainbow with the butterfly. But yeah, the butterfly, again, you need 5+ mutations, and this gold does not count as a 5th, so we have to get at least chilled on it. Oh, they applied chill to one of them, which I think is, yeah, this one right here. Oh, and they just applied chilled to the big one. So that's actually pretty quick and easy progress today. So now we just gotta wait 17.5 minutes for the queen bee to reach its cooldown, and then that will cool down our butterfly, which will then get rainbow on our moon melon, and then we can continue with this video. All right, so our queen bee is about to finish her cooldown and give our butterfly its cooldown so we can get this thing rainbow. And the polar bears did some work here. We got all the other moon melons chilled, so now they should only be able to target this one as soon as it gets rainbow. So the queen bee just did its thing, butterfly is heading over to do its thing, and that should now give us rainbow on our big moon melon here. There we go, perfect. We now have a rainbow moon melon. So now we can go ahead and apply our sprays back onto it. We got shocked, we got chocolate, we got pollinated, and then let's go ahead and put a honey glazed back onto it. And there we go. We now are back up to 5 mutations. We can go ahead and pick up this butterfly, and we can pick up this queen bee, and then we can go ahead and drop in 2 more polar bears so we can just get this thing chilled real quick. And just like that, easy. We're back to chilled, and now we have all of our mutations back, including rainbow instead of gold now. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up all of our polar bears. We're gonna go ahead and spawn in this guy to give us cloud touch, this guy to give us verdant, and then we're gonna spawn in 2 chicken zombies. And we'll also do 2 cooked owls and 2 disco bees. And that will give us our chances to get cooked or burnt, zombified, disco, verdant, and cloud touched. We should be all set up with the pets. We're going to go ahead and have Brighter join in now to queue up the events, and let's get this thing going and getting all the mutations on it. Brighter is here to get those events queued up. All right, we'll keep an eye out. And oh, perfect. We just got moonlit. Oh, look at his moves over there. He just did a nice spin. First things first is under the sea. We have a higher wet chance, and look at this. We could swim around. If you haven't seen this, this is cool, dude. I'm swimming. I don't know, because we have chilled, if it's going to ruin our chances to get wet. I really hope it doesn't. I hope it's fine. But if we don't get wet from this, which is like a really high wet chance, then I have lost faith in trying to get chilled first. We should probably just focus on getting wet first every time. We could always plan B and use the sea turtles again, because they should make this thing frozen no matter what. I could go under the map and swim. I just fell. It's not getting wet. Well, the event just ended, so I don't know. All right, well, we still have a chance to get drenched in this beautiful tropical rain. Is this not gonna get drenched, dude? Look at how big this thing is. Like, I feel like, look at all these puddles around it. I feel like it should easily get drenched. Oh, wait, I can move it now. I'm gonna put it like right here for right now, and hopefully the pets will have a better chance. Oh, wait, yeah, look, you can get frozen. Okay. This one just became frozen from the tropical rain, actually. Looks like we might not be getting either frozen or drenched, though, because this guy is stubborn. He doesn't want to... Oh! We got cloud touch, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in a big sea turtle here, so that way it can hopefully target this and then get wet on it, so it can combine that with chilled and get frozen right away. Our tropical rain has ended. That's our chances for that gone, but it's the Aurora time, the beautiful Aurora Borealis. Oh, it's beautimous. It's so beautimous up there. Okay, they're all targeting the right moon melon now. I think it helps that it's in the middle of my garden, but they're just failing. So hopefully they stop failing and they start mutating, and then we can get cool mutations on this thing. Okay, they're all the pets be failing. But look at this. It's time for the beautiful space travel event. This actually is more growth speed than the Aurora as well. 75%, I didn't even realize. We never seem to get the galactic mutation. Oh, I feel it in my veins, though, that this is going to be the first time we get galactic. All right, well, I thought we might get galactic, but maybe I wasn't feeling that. Maybe I was just feeling the deep sad inside of myself that we didn't get galactic. Yeah, that's gonna be another one Brighter's gonna need to help us add on. But the good thing is, right, is now we got aliens. And I think these aliens like me enough to want to give us some cool mutations, right? Oh, he's doing a thing. Okay, he tried, but he failed. At least he's targeting the right one. Hopefully the next one does too. Where are them UFOs? Where's our alien-like mutation? Hey, come on down. I need some UFOs down here. Come on. And the aliens are gone. But hey, look, it's Jandel. Jandel's here. And the good thing is this moon melon is so big and it sticks out that I think we have a good chance of him hitting and getting plasma on our moon melon. You know what? To increase those chances is if I move this all the way out here. Look how big it is, bro. It almost goes to the middle. I think that might help. I think we might have a pretty good chance to get plasma because, like, look, it goes all the way out to the middle of the map, almost to the summer harvest. This thing is so big. Wait, sea turtle No, the time he finally got the wet mutation to go, it was on the wrong one. So now we have these two frozen, but we don't. Oh, wait, we just got plasma on that. How did this one get plasma, but not this big one? He just cut through this one, but that one got plasma. Are you kidding me? The only moon melon that gets hit doesn't get plasma, but these three little ones in the very back get it. Why doesn't this make sense? All right, we're not doing so hot on the mutations today, but we should be fine. Whatever we don't get, Brighter can always help. All right, well, both Heavenlies look like they just failed, but definitely Volcano. Like, there's no way we don't get Molten. This is the one we normally always get. Yeah, like that, exactly, like that. See, it just slammed this one. That one's coming right through. Okay, and they're somehow still missing. Come on, roll one right this way. They're all, like, going around. Come on, right here, right here, right here, right here. Yes, 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 yes. Perfect. I think that's in. I think that's in. It's literally, it just sat on it. Is that good? What? How did we not get Molten from that? How did we not get Molten? Those literally cut through this thing. We're actually having horrible luck with the moon melon. Like, this is the one that should be the most valuable because of the size, and we're getting no mutations. I feel like maybe this thing is so big that it just can't read some of these hitting, like some of these events directly hitting it. Oh. That should be meteoric. That should be meteoric. That's like on this thing. Is this not going to count either? I think this might actually be a hitbox thing. I think it's too big to the point the hitbox isn't even real. And these events can't find their way, like, to actually give it the mutation. Hopefully we can start getting some of these pet mutations because even they're being very slow and failing a lot. All right, we're not getting void touched either, but it seems like none of these are getting void touched. Seems like I never get void touched. Oh, he's flipping. Come on. Come on. Bro, why do you keep failing? Come on, black hole. Please hear me out. Please help me get void touched. I'm not getting any of the other ones. I'm struggling. I'm really sad. Nothing likes me. Okay, you're gone, and you didn't help. But this is one we probably can get finally, is Celestial. I would hope. We can also travel onto a Starcrawler just to make sure our chances don't get ruined. We have two Starcrawlers set down. I just gotta set it like right here. Starcrawlers attract, please. Oh, wait, did we just get Celestial? I saw it. I just saw a star land in here, but it somehow failed again. I don't know what's going on. What is our luck? We didn't get celestial either. There's actually no way. Oh, I think we finally just got something. We got Windstruck. Finally, dude. We got one mutation after a long, long time. Bro, finally. Finally, he got wet on this thing. It's finally frozen. Dude, that took so long. All right, we got to start upping the other pets here. I'm going to just focus on the Scarlet because that's coming up quick. I guess we'll pick up one cooked owl for now. Let's just focus on Scarlets. We got to try to get Verdant before the heat wave happens. All right, it's Twister season. Oh, one actually spawned right on top of our moon melon. Really good. That's like the best luck we've had so far. Real quick, I'm going to try to just dump that right in there. See if it does get twisted at all. I don't think it will. I think we have to get it to touch back here, and that's probably why we've been missing a lot of these events. Give me some twisters over here. That one's in the middle of the map. I'm going to try to move this here. Let's see if we can get twisted by doing this. It's coming this way anyways, so let's just see. Come on, buddy. Come on in. Don't be and he left. Oh, perfect. Come on. Yo, right here, right here, right here. No, no, don't leave. Don't leave, Tornado. I wish I could take this one and combine it to this one because we would actually be caught up. We'd have Plasma, Disco, Verdant, Zombified. We'd have every pet mutation besides Cooked or Burnt, and we'd be a lot happier. Wait, this one got twisted. Okay. Well, I don't have to feel such like a failure now. We actually got twisted. All right. Well, I think we might not have enough time for these Scarlets to get us Verdant mutation. And yeah, it's about to be the heat wave, and here's the heat wave. So we're about to get sun-dried, but we definitely won't be able to get paradisal. These Scarlets have about 7 minutes. There's no way that those cooldowns are going to be done by the time this event ends. Looks like we're not going to be able to get Verdant, which we won't be able to get paradisal, but we at least got sun dried, which is good. And we are now in a drought. It's very hot, stinky, dry. Oh, and there we go. We got Wilt-Proof. That one was actually really easy. All right, we got the fried chicken event happening now. So hopefully we can get the fried mutation on our moon melon. And then we'll have Brighter add the rest of the mutations that we missed, which was quite a bit today, honestly. I'm not going to lie. All right, but hopefully we can at least get fried and end this off very nicely. And then some of our pets are almost done with their cooldown. So hopefully we get Cooked or Burnt and Disco. Come on, I like fried chicken. Please, I'll take it. Oh, let's go. Disco be applied. Disco to moon melon. We finally got Disco on this thing. That took a while. All right, can we get fried now? If we can get fried, at least we got 2 extra mutations to end this off. All right, well, unfortunately, we didn't get the fried mutation. So we are ending off the moon melon. At least we've gotten naturally 13 mutations on this thing, but we're missing quite a few. So Brighter is going to add the rest of what we need now onto this moon melon. We need Drenched, Aurora, Galactic, Alien-like, Plasma, Heavenly, Molten, Meteoric, Bloodlit, Void-Touched, Celestial, Paradisal, Verdant for the heck of it, Cooked, Zombified, Fried, and Dawnbound. So there's like 17 mutations he's gonna have to add on to this one, but without further ado, we are going to pick this big giant moon melon up. We made some decent progress. So what the, bro, hi. All right, well, this is the big one here. I'm gonna go ahead and favorite this, and then hey, Brighter, I can't really reach you up there. I'm not gonna lie. He said this is so bad. I hope Toucan's nerfed in morning. All right, well, anyways, Brighter is adding all those mutations that we just said, which is like 17 or something mutations. All right, he's gifting it. Thank you, Brighter, for adding like the entire collection of mutations. We did get a pretty big one, and he was able to add on the rest of the mutations on this. So we do have it favorited, and now we're going to talk to Steven. So let's see how much this is worth. I'm hoping for trillions, but let's see. Moment we've been waiting for. How much is this moon melon worth? 340 billion, dude. It's not even worth trillions. I don't know if the mutations are still glitched. I feel like that should have been worth more because of how big this thing is. I mean, 340 billion is still pretty good, but I mean, look at the size of this, man. We're gonna go ahead and, of course, start off by spawning in all of our moon cats so we can have them ready to grow our fruit humongously. Let's go ahead and place our sprinklers down first because everyone says to do the sprinklers down first. So let's do our master sprinkler here, godly, advanced, and basic. All right, and then let's go ahead and plant our traveler's fruit right in there. So we're gonna spend a little bit more Robux just to make sure we can actually get a fruit, and then we can start getting the mutations on it. All right, so here we go. The main account is going to grow all fruits. And okay, that is a gigantic traveler's fruit. I think we got a pretty good size here. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up all these mooncats now and do our thing here. So let's go ahead and use our mutation sprays. I'm gonna go ahead and use the pollinated spray, chocolate spray, shock spray, and then we're gonna use our honey glazed sprinkler right on that. And then we can go ahead and check, make sure we have all those. Yep, we have all 4, and this text is nice and big, so I can actually see it. All right, and now that we have all that, I'm gonna go ahead and use our polar bears to get a quick 5th mutation. Then this time I'm actually only going to spawn in 6 of my polar bears because I'm gonna go ahead and also spawn in the queen bee that I have and a butterfly. So the queen bee, we're gonna let that cooldown start, and then that'll cool down our butterfly to get us rainbow. But before that, we just gotta make sure these polar bears get us chilled, which I think they should. Wait, I think one just did it. Let's go, finally. We got the chilled mutation on the traveler's fruit. One of them finally came in clutch. All right, we have all 5 mutations on our traveler's fruit for it to be converted to rainbow now. All right, our queen bee is ready. She is now going to cool down our butterfly, which the butterfly will now apply rainbow to our traveler's fruit. And there we go. Our traveler's fruit is now rainbow. So now we can go ahead and restart. We can go ahead and get all of our sprays back on here. Shocked, chocolate, pollinated, and then we can also add that honey glazed back on there. And just like that, we should be back up to 5 mutations. And now we just got to wait for these polar bears to yet again get chilled on this thing. But we're also going to go ahead and split up that. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this queen bee real quick and the butterfly. We're going to pick up 1 polar bear so we can go ahead and spawn in the sea turtles. So that way we can hopefully get the wet mutation on this. And then we can also get chilled, and then that will make this traveler's fruit frozen. So let's see if the combination works. I paused the recording for a second, but I think I just saw one of our polar bears apply chilled. Yeah, we got chilled. Okay, so we got chilled to our traveler's fruit, which is awesome. Now we just need these sea turtles to apply the wet mutation to this, so this will be frozen. They did apply wet back here to like a small one that's not even seen because this one's so big. We'll keep the sea turtles just to keep trying to get this thing frozen so they can combine wet with chilled. But we're up to 6 mutations, and I guess with that, we can go ahead and spawn in some disco bees here to hopefully get disco. So I'm going to spawn in 1 scarlet bird, and then we're going to also spawn in one of the new ones so we can get the cloud touch mutation. And then we only have 1 slot. So for now, I guess we will do the chicken zombie because that one takes a while to get. And that should be good for now. Hopefully all these pets will add some mutations onto this. Okay, well, we're still waiting for Brighter to come in here and keep the events, but we did just get sun-dried. If we get the Scarlet to apply Verdant, then this thing will turn Paradisal. Okay, again, I paused the recording for a second as I was waiting for Brighter to join, but one of the sea turtles finally applied the wet mutation to the traveler's fruit, so now this thing is frozen, and we are up to 7 mutations, so we do not need these sea turtles anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick these guys up. Let's go ahead and spawn in another chicken zombie to hopefully get this thing zombified, and then we're gonna also spawn in 2 cooked owls so we can hopefully get this thing burnt or cooked. And now we have a pretty good pet setup, and now we just have to wait for Brighter to queue him up. All right, so it looks like because there's already rain, he can't queue up one during the rain besides night, but that will give us an opportunity to get the moonlit mutation. And then also our pets over here are working on their cooldowns. We haven't gotten cooked, disco, zombified, or even verdant or cloud touched yet. We have gotten those actually on some of these fruits back here that are like inside of the big traveler's fruit. You can see there's a disco one in there. Oh, there we go. Big boy just got moonlit. Perfect. All right, so we have tropical rain starting, which can get this traveler's fruit drenched. So we did get moonlit, but this tropical rain is nice and relaxing. It's just a little bit heavier. There's more puddles on the ground, and the effects look really cool. Oh, the chicken zombie just locked in and got us zombified on the traveler's fruit, which is perfect. So now we can actually pick up these chicken zombies and we can lock in some other pet. I guess we'll lock in another couple of these birds. So we'll get another scarlet, and then we'll get the new, however you say this, the hyacinth macaw. That way we can have better chances for verdant and cloud touch, and we'll have equal chances to get those cooked / burnt and disco on this thing. Okay, our first tropical rain is gone. Oh, this bird just locked in, and we just got the new cloud touched on our traveler's fruit as well. Perfect. So there we go. We're getting some more of the mutations, and we just got to get drenched now. I actually really like this like puddle sound when you walk around in the tropical rain. Surprisingly, we're still not getting drenched. I don't know. I don't think frozen or wet affects the chances for drenched. It should be its own thing. Nope. We didn't get it. It's time for a beautiful night of the Aurora Borealis. So hopefully we can get the new Aurora mutation on this. We didn't get drenched, but there's a good chance we can get Aurora. I don't think there's anything we could do to increase our chances to get the Aurora mutation. We just have to wait it out, just like some of the other ones. And it's over. We didn't get it, but maybe this will be the first time we get Galactic. They did fix up, I think, a lot of the event mutations and stuff that weren't working. All right, can we please get Galactic? We got to start getting more mutations on this thing. We're slacking right now. It's pretty sad. We didn't get drenched. We didn't get Aurora. And now it looks like we're not going to get Galactic. We haven't gotten Galactic once yet on all the fruits we've done. All right. The alien invasion has started. We have a chance for the alien-like mutation. We just need one of these UFOs to drop in on top of our travelers. Otherwise, I may cry. Failed. Failed. Where's the third one? Third one. Come in clutch, please. Oh, I think he failed back there. Oh, wait, no. He succeeded. And I think that's on the big one. Yeah. We just got Disco. Let's go. All right. Another mutation down. Really thankful for that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pick up these Disco Bees now because we don't need them. Thank you guys so much for your service. And we have 3 cooked owls. I'm going to go ahead and get another Scarlet out just to increase our chances for the Verdant mutation. And then to help these guys get their cooldowns a little bit faster from time to time, we're going to spawn in 2 Queen Bees. We just missed our chance for Alien-like. But hey, look, it looks like Jandel is fixed now. He actually is shooting his laser again, and it's not just stuck in one spot. Let's see if he comes to this side of the map. Oh, it looks like he's finally making his rounds to this side of the map. What I'm going to try to do before it's too late is I'm going to try and travel our traveler's fruit a little closer, stick it out like right here. So that way, if he comes up to this section of the map, we should be able to get plasma on our big traveler's fruit. Yes. Go that way. Come on. Keep doing a wider turn. Come, it's so close. You're so close. No. Don't back up. No. Wait, he's coming back. As long as he doesn't end. As long as he keeps going. Come on, this way. Let's go. You're so close. Just turn a little bit. Yes. Okay, he just went right on that. Did we get plasma? That actually cut through it, and we didn't get plasma. Maybe we'll get the heavenly, right? This is the one we never get, but maybe we'll get it this time. Here, let me just take some of your glow. I'll go rub it on my plant. I'll just rub your sweat all over my traveler's fruit. And does that make it heavenly? No, that did literally nothing. Well, that doesn't help. Well, hopefully we can get Molten. I'm going to go ahead and travel our traveler's fruit over a little bit. So when these guys come landing, they can hopefully have the Molten just smack right into them. Come on. Yes, perfect. We got it. We got Molten. That was a quick and easy one today. Usually we'd be struggling and really getting stressed out on this one. Oh, and we have meteors coming down. Oh, right here. Yes, that's right on it. That should have got us meteoric? How did that not get us meteoric? That was literally right on the plant. Does it have to be on the tree itself back here? I don't know. Okay, that's right on it too. All right, yes, there we go. We got meteoric. All right, this thing is looking good. That one also just landed right on us, and that one. But we're now up to 13 mutations on this thing. And once we get Verdant, that'll get us Paradisal, and then we get Sun-Dried again, and they'll stack up. Hopefully the chances to get Void Touch are a little bit better. Oh, I thought he just applied it. I got my hopes up for a second. Yeah, hopefully the Void Touch chances might be a little bit better, at least for this big guy. I would like to see Void Touch on this masterpiece of a fruit. Oh, is that both black holes already? Looks like it, and we did not get Void Touch, unfortunately. It is the Celestial Shooting Star event now, so we can ready our trowel, and then we can just plop it right there. And that should have given it Celestial, because that was like right on that, right? Yeah, there we go. We got Celestial. Perfect. All right, we have our wind coming in. This is Gale. It doesn't show me because the event thing at the bottom right corner broke. But this is Gale, so we have a higher chance for the Windstruck mutation. The Scarlet finally just applied the Verdant mutation to our Traveler's Fruit. So now we have Paradisal on there, which is awesome. We get Sun-Dried back, and then we'll be well on our way. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up these Scarlets then. We're going to max out as much as we can on a cooked owl so we can hopefully get burnt or cooked. I don't care which one we get. Just one of them. And it looks like we also just got Windstruck finally. So now we are up to 15 mutations on this thing. And now the list actually collapses onto the second row, so you can have an easier sight to all your mutations. I literally just missed it. I went AFK for like not even 10 seconds, and I heard in my headphones the burn sound, and then I came back and I just looked, and we just got the burnt mutation from our cooked owl, so we are good. We can save our ears from all these pet noises and pick them all up, because now we have all of the pet mutations. All right, the tornadoes are here, and one just spawned in literally in my plot, and I'm not ready. I need to trowel it over there. It's gonna be too late. He's leaving. He's leaving. Stick that thing out and towards it. Come on. I don't think that's gonna work. That's probably too late. I think I slacked too long. Come on, you gotta spawn at least one tornado in my garden again. I know I missed my opportunity. You can spawn in one. Just one. Come on, spawn it like right here. Wait, this one's coming over here. Keep me twisted before this ends. Keep going. Keep it going. Keep it going. It's gone. Oh, this one. This is it right here. Twist up that traveler's fruit. No, don't leave, please don't leave. Why are you leaving? And they're gone, and we didn't get twisted. I'm gonna move this quickly back over here to our tanning mirrors so we can at least get sun-dried back onto this thing, because wow, those tornadoes didn't like me today. I'm actually really sad about that. All right, there we go. At least we got sun-dried back. That's at least another mutation added on there. So we have paradisal and sun-dried. All right, it's time for one of the new events, the drought, which is a higher wilt-proof fruit chance. I guess we have a chance to get this thing wilted. I don't know how high our chance is. Hopefully we can get it. We never have good luck with the passive events like this one, but hopefully we can actually get the new wilt-proof / wilted mutation. This one's kind of uneventful. It's just the lighting changes, and it's a drought. Oh, there we go. We got wilt proof on our big traveler's fruit. And now we're up to 18 mutations on the traveler's fruit. All right, it is raining fried chicken. So we have a higher fried fruit chance now. The cooked owl is hyping us up. We'll see if we can get the fried mutation on this thing. Let's also check. I think we collected all the little fruits in the back. I think we're good there. Fry my fruit. Fry my fruit. Fry my fruit. Did that work? Yo, it worked. The chan worked. We got fried. All right, so we have 19 mutations on our traveler's fruit. Now, the possible ones that we could also get on this thing that we're missing is drenched. Drenched, aurora, galactic, alien-like, plasma, heavenly, bloodlit, void touched, and twisted. Now we missed all of those from the events, unfortunately, but Brighter will add those on. And then we could have also got verdant still on this if we decided to keep verdant instead of getting sun-dried to make this paradisal. And I'm also, for the heck of it, going to add dawnbound onto this thing just to up the value. And we could not have gotten gold because we have rainbow, but we're also going to have Brighter add gold to this thing. We're really only missing 9, but we're going to have him add about 12 on here just so we can get the other mutations and really up the value of this thing. All right, so let's watch him work his magic, and then we'll see what the value is. Looks like we're good. So thank you to Brighter, as always, for hooking us up with the events and adding all the mutations on this thing. So let's go ahead and talk to Steven and see the value. So this thing is worth 200 billion. That's actually pretty good. I don't know what this thing would normally be worth, but this is a pretty big one, and we have all the mutations on it. I mean, there's still some better fruits in this game than this one, and it's pretty new to the game. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started, and Brighter is actually gonna run pretty much every single event in the game, so every admin event and everything that we need to get all possible mutations. All right, so before Brighter runs all the events, we actually have to get a pretty big pepper seed. So first off, what I'm gonna do is actually place these sprinklers down. So we have a bunch of spice sprinklers. Then I'm going to do master sprinklers next to all of these. Then I'm going to also run up some basic sprinklers. And then we're going to go ahead and grow our dragon pepper seeds. I'm going to put one next to all of the sprinklers. And we're going to see what we get from this, if it actually makes a pretty big pepper. What we're looking for is the biggest dragon pepper that we can possibly get out of all of these. So we'll see what we get. We have some watering cans, so to speed this up, we're going to go ahead and water these. And it looks like we're gathering a little bit of an audience. Hello, welcome to the show. All right, there we go. The dragon peppers are sprouting, and they're actually sprouting really quick. All right, so these are actually pretty big ones. I don't know which one looks to be the biggest so far. Let me see. Maybe this one. Oh, no, this one right here. Definitely this one. So this one's pretty big. It's not as big as I was hoping we'd get, but it's decent enough that I'm going to go ahead and keep this. So we have our dragon pepper here. Now, Brighter is going to go crazy and pretty much run every single possible event that he can. All right, he said event time. Let's do it. Bet. All right, here we go, boys. We're about to get every event possible from Brighter. Thank you so much, Brighter, for doing this. All right, here we go. We got the black hole event to hopefully get void touched on this thing. And in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and remove these other dragon peppers. All right, we got the black hole going. Let's see if any of these get void touched. I'm hoping that this big one does. We got to get void touched on the big guy. Oh, it looks like we're getting some more events. We got bloodlet on here. Okay, he's just going to go crazy and do all of them. All right, we didn't get any void touch, surprisingly. Oh, but we are getting a meteor strike. Okay, this is the new one. This is the admin only exclusive meteor strike. Oh, one just landed really close, but it didn't hit our dragon pepper head on. Come on. Come on, dude. We're getting like horrible luck right now. All of these things are just missing completely. Come on. Let's get some meteors over here. All right, we got a tornado coming in for the possible twisted mutation. This thing's gonna have to come over here, though. Tornado, yo, come on. Come over here. Come over here. Come on. Yeah. Closer. Closer. Come on. Just a little closer. Come on. Come on, buddy. Good tornado. Come on. Come on in. Don't be shy. Come on over here. I have to move this over here real quick. Wait. Come on. Yo. Get over here. All right, I'm about to trowel this right into it. Go. Did I just miss that? Oh my, bro. How did I not get any of these? All right, so I said my luck is so bad, might need to run those again, and Brighter said bet. So we're about to get round 2 of all these. In the meantime, I'm gonna use these mutation sprays on this one, and we're gonna get chocolate on it. Or actually, that's pollinated, and then we're gonna get chocolate on it, so that way we can start racking up some of these mutations. We'll have to get the shocked mutation spray as well, but we'll do that in a minute. Volcanic eruption. Oh my, bro. Okay, so this is the new volcano event that you can get. We're gonna hope that one of these giant magma blocks hits our dragon pepper. So far it's pollinated, it's chocolate, it's bloodlet, but none of the other things have hit, so we're just gonna have to wait. Oh, that one's about to touch. Yo, that one was so close. Did it touch? No, it didn't, and I accidentally just collected the one we just did all that to, the big one. All right, well, all right, we got chalk, bloodlet, void touched. All right, there we go. Now we got pollinated on it. All right, so now we got to get one of these to hit so we can get celestial on it, and then we're gonna have him run back the other events he just did because our luck right now is completely terrible. I'm gonna trowel this guy over here to the corner so he has a better chance to actually get hit by some of this stuff whenever we redo these events. It's like a trowel in between these 2 star crawlers, so both of them should be able to hit. That way it's in the corners, so we should get the other events to actually hit this. And in the meantime, while we do that, we actually have some pets here. So I'm gonna run up some disco bees to get this thing disco mutated. We also have some chicken zombies, so we're gonna try to use these to get the zombified mutation on this thing. All right, so he gave me some pretty OP pets. Jandel is here to laser the map. All right, he's lasering the map. Is he gonna come this way? Yo, come this way, buddy. Buddy, look, man. Why do all these events only want to target the middle of the map? Hey, yo, Jandel, I need you to wake up and listen, man. Look, I'm over there. Do you not see that right there? Is it not possible for you to just hit that one right there? Please. I need your mutations. While he's doing this, I'm gonna go ahead and buy a shocked mutated spray. That way I can go ahead and get this guy shocked so we don't have to wait for that. All right, there we go. We got pollinated, we got shocked. All right, we need this twister to head this way and all of these events to actually head over here now. All right, so I was literally AFK for a second because there was a roach attacking us. We got celestial and twisted on this one dragon pepper. I wanted it on this one, but this works too. All right, so we'll start working on this one then. We'll add some pollination onto that. We'll add some chocolate onto this. This should help with some disco. Oh, wait, one of them just got disco. Wait, this one got disco. Okay, so we can just get twisted to hit this one. It'll actually be better. All right, we have 2 very good ones right now, but one has twisted and one has void touch. So they're like split. It's split between them both for me right now. All right, hopefully these chicken zombies actually do what they're supposed to. What are the chances for this? So 22% chance. We have 3 of them. So that's like a 60% chance that one of these is going to get zombified in a second. Okay, one chicken zombie just went off, but he failed. This one failed. Come on, we got one more. We got one more. Come on. Come on, please. And failed. Okay. We're going to try to get gold on it instead in the meantime. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn in these dragonflies. Now, I also forgot we do have to get honey glazed on this. So I'm going to go ahead and also sprinkle these honey sprinklers down. And hopefully this will help. Oh, wait, that was actually quick. We already got honey glaze. It only took like one sprinkler. All right, there we go. Our dragonfly finally put gold on this one. So now we are up to 10 mutations. We still got to get this wet to become frozen. And then we still need pretty much the rest of the admin events. But we're getting there. We made a lot of progress so far. Bro, no way this guy actually just stole this. All right, well... yeah, this dude just stole it, so that's awesome. So glad that he did that. So I'm gonna have to get disco on this one now and void touched. All right, we got another Jandel event happening, and this is actually making some good progress. So this one actually just got moonlit on it, and it does have twisted, which is harder to get, I think, than the void touch. We'll just wait for these events to keep spamming in, but we gotta get Jandel to hit this with plasma. All right, yo, we got plasma on the dragon pepper from that. All right, hopefully we can get volcanic, though. We need volcanic. Okay, that literally just, like, slammed on top of this thing, but I don't think that gave it volcanic, did it? Oh, yes, it did. We got molten. We got molten. That's another 2 down. All right, perfect. Bro said 37 Robux and literally looked at my dragon pepper. Bro, please have a heart. It was already stolen. I'll be so sad. All right, we're finally at peace in our own server, dude. I was starting to stress out after that guy stole. But anyways, this thing has now got wet on it. And once these polar bears do some more work, I mean, they only have like a minute cooldown. We should hopefully get frozen on this one. They're trying to apply it. Oh, let's go. He got chilled on this one. So now it is frozen officially. That is another one to check off the box. I'm going to pick up all of these polar bears. And I guess we'll go ahead and do the cooked owls for now. And then we'll try to get the disco bees back in. But I think we have some disco events queued. So cooked owls we'll prioritize for now. These guys take 15 minutes, and then hopefully we'll get some cooked. Now, these are only an 18.4% chance every 15 minutes. I mean, it can still get burnt, so we'll see what happens. All right, Brighter's back in. He's going to try and spam some more of the weather events for me to get the remaining admin mutations on this dragon pepper. My zombie chickens just failed at mutating, and also my disco bees just failed as well. They were close. All right, I'm just going to keep picking up these other dragon peppers just so I have a better chance to actually get my mutations on this. Because I've been at this for like nearly 3 hours and it's like 6 in the morning almost and I should probably go to bed. Brighter's going to just hook me up. He's going to mutate this plant and just give me all the mutations on it at this point, since that's what I've been working for. Because, bro, the RNG I'm getting right now is actually insane, and I can't actually get anything good. Brighter is going to help me. He's going to just mutate this thing for me, and we're going to check the value, all right? We're going to get all the mutations on it. So, here we go. As the void touch is going, I'm going to pick this up in 3, 2, 1. All right, we have it. All right, so he's gonna work his magic. He's gonna bless this thing. Let me, where'd it go? Where'd it go? This is it, but for some reason it just like broke, and now it's really tiny, probably because it has all the mutations on it, but this is the one. All right, so now he just worked some magic, and this one has literally every single mutation in the game. As you can see, you see pollinated, celestial, moonlit, heavenly, bloodlit, plasma, honey glaze, frozen, gold. There's pretty much no more commas because it can't display the rest of the mutations on this. So this is my pepper with every single mutation. Thank you, Brighter, for helping me. I know this was like a lot of work to do. And let's see how much this dragon pepper with every single mutation in the game is now worth. So this one plant is worth 1.7 billion, but if we sell this single plant, it is 1.7 billion, and there we go. I thought it would honestly be a little bit more than that. That is still a lot of money. I mean, we got every mutation on that thing, so thanks, Brighter, for the help. All right, so the carrot should be a fairly easy one to get all mutations on. However, it will also be tricky at the same time because these things grow so fast. So it's going to be kind of a pain to actually get a carrot that is humongous. So I think our first plan of action is just getting these mooncats spawned in so we can have all 8 mooncats ready and charged up to take naps. The plan here is I'm going to get some sprinklers set up. So we're going to do it right in the middle of my garden here. So I'm going to put a master sprinkler down. We're going to put a godly sprinkler down, an advanced, and a basic to stack all of the effects. And I have about 72 carrot seeds, so these guys are about to cool down. So I'm gonna go ahead and put down a carrot here and a carrot here, and let's see. And I guess, you know, we'll just actually put down a couple carrots and see if any of these get in range and become a giant carrot. All right, I'm not seeing anything growing in that's massive. All right, I'm gonna spam over here. Let's grow all these. Let's grow. Oh, there we go. All right, perfect. We got one. Here's our big carrot we're gonna be working with today. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move this guy over here, and just like we do, we're going to put on 5 mutations for this. Now, I want to say, because a lot of people were questioning in the comments, oh, Bandites, why do you get all these mutations and then you just have the butterfly reset them so you can get rainbow? There's a specific reason for that if you didn't know. The butterfly will only make a fruit rainbow if it has 5+ mutations. As you can see, it flies to a nearby fruit with 5+ mutations, removes all mutations from it, and turns it into rainbow. If we don't have at least 5 mutations, it is impossible for the butterfly to make this rainbow. So that is why we have to put 5 mutations on it, then let the butterfly put rainbow on it, and then get those mutations back. So we're not going to waste any time, though. We're going to go ahead and put that pollinated spray on it, chocolate spray, shock spray. We're going to get a honey glaze sprinkler on it, and finally, we're going to get our polar bears ready, and we're going to hopefully get chilled. That will be 5 mutations, and once we have 5 mutations, then again, the butterfly can do its thing. Oh, there we go. Literally, the first polar bear actually got chilled on this thing. That never happens, but we have chilled on it. That was actually pretty easy today. So we have our carrot set up. We have all 5 mutations. These queen bees will save about 2 minutes of the butterfly's cooldown, get this thing to rainbow, and then we can move on with all the other mutations, weather effects, all that. All right, we're back. So our queen bee's about to finish her cooldown and then get our butterflies cooldown to 0. So we save about 2.5 minutes. Usually you can save about 5 with the queen bee to use the butterfly, but there we go. Queen bee is cooling down the butterfly. Butterfly is going in and making our carrot rainbow. And just like that, we now have a rainbow carrot. So we can go ahead and pick up these 2 pets for now, and then we can go ahead and get all of the mutations back on this that we just had. So we got shock, we got chocolate, we got pollinated, and then we can get that honey glaze sprinkler back on top of this, which will bring us back to 5 mutations, as you can see. And then today what we're going to do is something a little bit different from the other videos. We're actually going to be using some sea turtles, because the sea turtles have a chance to get this plant wet. They have a cooldown of only 1.5 minutes. So we're going to let these guys get this thing wet, and once it's wet, we're going to put our polar bears down so then we can easily get this thing to frozen, and we can skip a couple of the weather events and save some time overall. All right, and here we go. Let's see it. Oh, they're doing flips. 2 of them failed. 3 of them failed. Come on. One of you guys have to get the mutation on this thing. It can't be that hard. Oh, let's go. Shano just did his little flip, and he got wet on the carrot. These guys are doing their flips, but we're good. We have wet, so the sea turtles serve their purpose. I thank you guys for that. I'm going to go ahead and pick all of you up now, and then we're going to go ahead and make sure we max out on the polar bears just so we can get chilled and then get this thing to frozen as soon as we can. Oh, let's go. Polar bear applied mutation, chilled to carrot. It is officially frozen. That took a little bit longer than I was hoping, but that's fine. We got this thing to frozen, and that will save us some time on the events overall. So now we can get the rest of our pets set up here. Let's go ahead and get our chicken zombies out. We're going to use 2 chicken zombies to start things off with, and we're also going to go ahead and get 2 disco bees out. All right, there we go. And then we'll go ahead and get at least 2 cooked owls out for now as well. And finally, we'll get a couple of our scarlets out. And now we should be maxed out. And then we should hopefully be able to get zombified, disco, cooked or burnt, and also the new verdant mutation from the scarlets. All right, Brighter is in here ready to queue up some events for us to get this thing fully mutated. This is going to be the most expensive carrot I think anybody has ever seen in Roblox Grow a Garden. At least I hope, you know, I hope. All right, we're starting off strong with the space travel event where we can get the galactic mutation. Hopefully we actually get it today. We've been having a lot of trouble getting this one, so we're just going to let it passively work its magic, and hopefully we get galactic. All right, and on top of the space travel, we do have night, so hopefully we can see this thing get moonlit. And again, whatever mutations we don't get, Brighter will help us add on to it in the very end, but we try to get as many mutations as we possibly can legit. Just like that, we got moonlit. That's legit right there, see? All right, that's blasting my face, but that's one galactic event done. Here is the next galactic event. Please, 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 can we get the galactic mutation on this thing today? This is a very difficult one to get, and it's gone. Well, again, we did not get galactic today, but we do have a chance to get the alien invasion mutation. So hopefully we get alien-like. This is another one that's very, very difficult to get. I think this one's easier to get than galactic, but we'll see. Also, look at this. We got the paradise egg in the shop right now. Let me go ahead and cop one of these. All right, so we're up to 7 mutations already, but I'd like this to go up to 8 mutations by either getting a pet to mutate it or an alien, like one of you guys in space. Oh, wait, yo, it's happening. It's happening. That was officially alien-like being added onto it. I think me yelling at the aliens made them upset, so they came down to give me alien-like. Okay, aliens are gone, and now Jandel is here. And I don't think we can get plasma still, actually, thinking about it, because I don't think you can get plasma unless his laser touches your crops, and his laser just gets stuck in front of the gear shop. Come on, last cooked owl. Cooked owl, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. He got burnt on it. All right, that's what I'm talking about. We finally got a pet to do something. And Jandel Heavenly event is here. So hopefully we get Heavenly added onto this beautiful carrot of ours. I'm going to go ahead, though, and pick up these cooked owls to get them out of the way. And with that, I guess we'll go ahead and add some more chicken zombies, since these are definitely more difficult to get out of all of the pets we have. And we will add in another disco bee to the mix as well. And that should increase our chances for disco and chicken zombie. All right, no heavenly mutation yet. I kind of wish these tanning mirrors would reflect the light off of the Jandel heavenly event and give you heavenly. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. Oh, a big volcano is here to erupt molten onto our carrot. Hopefully we actually get one of these molten balls to just drop right into our garden and molten this thing up. All right, come on. Come on, molten balls.
Huh?
Let's go. That like skimmed it. Was that... That wasn't enough, though. But what, they keep bouncing to the side. Oh, that's right on it. There's no way that didn't get it molten. Come on. Is that molten? Let's go. Okay, that was it. That's in. We got molten, baby. We're good. All right, the volcanoes are gone, and it is time for the black hole. Hopefully, we get void touched in this. Please. Please, void touch. Please. Maybe to help, I'll move this thing closer to the presence of the black hole, and then maybe the black hole will be nice enough to get us void touch.
Nope.
What's next? Oh, we got celestial shooting stars. This one should be pretty easy. I'm gonna go ahead and make this even easier by troweling this right on top of one of the star crawlers that it literally just went to. All right, that should be easy. Celestial. There we go. We got celestial. This thing is beefed up to 11 mutations on our carrot. That's some really good progress. Oh, one of our scarlets just applied verdant to our carrot, which means we can get this thing paradisal, and then we'll also be able to get this thing sun-dried, so that'll be a good combo. So, we're gonna go ahead and pick up these parrots. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and add... Do we have another chicken zombie? Yeah, let's add one more chicken zombie into the mix, and one more disco bee into the mix. Oh, look at that. We're on a streak. Disco bee just applied disco mutation to our carrot. Let's go. These pets are actually helping us out today. I'm happy about that. All right, well, since we got disco, we do not need these other disco bees anymore. All we need are these chicken zombies, which have pretty long cooldowns. So what we can go ahead and do, though, is use the queen bees that we have. And these queen bees will give us cooldowns on the chicken zombies. So far, this thing is looking nice. And we're now on to wind, which I guess we got the gale one. I didn't know this was a thing instead of just regular wind, but it says super high wind struck chance. I don't know, for some reason when I moved my plant last time towards the middle of the map like this, it seemed to get us wind. Look at that, bro. I don't know why doing that. Last time I did it as well. It could just be pure coincidence. But as soon as I moved it towards the middle of the map, like the wind struck just hit it. I don't know why. And I noticed on my main account garden that all of my wind struck mutations are right here on this line. They're not really back here as much in the back of the garden. But now we're up to 14 mutations on the carrot. Oh, it's tornado season, I guess. The tornadoes are here. And because the tornado event was updated pretty nicely and they spawn in multiple, I think this one should be pretty easy to get twisted. Let's go ahead and prepare to trowel our carrot into the tornadoes when they get close. Buddy, come on, this way. Hey, over here. Yeah. Come on. Come on, this way. Okay, these tornadoes, they just play with my feelings a lot of the time, and it's really hurtful. Oh, let's go. This one's not playing with my feelings. This one's serious. This one's serious. You're serious, right? You spawned right into my carrot, and you got us twisted. Let's go. Thank you. Let me give you a firm handshake. Come here. Yeah, there we go. Nice firm handshake. All right, so we are now in the heat wave event, and I literally paused my recording for a second, and when I was trying to restart it, I saw 2 sunbeams hit my tanning mirrors. So let's see, did we get Paradisal? Yes, we did. We got Paradisal, which that took Verdant, and it combined it with Sun-Dried to get us Paradisal, and then that one actually just hit. So now we should have Paradisal, and we should have Sun-Dried. There we go. So I don't know if you can get Verdant again. I know you can get Paradisal and Sun-Dried together, but I don't know if you can get Verdant again, because I think it would just combine and try to make it only into Paradisal again. All right, it is meteor time. Let's see if we can get meteoric. Hopefully one of these meteors strike right on our carrot. Just like that, exactly. Perfect. Was that it? Did we get it? Let's see. No. Oh, that one's right on top of that. That should have given us meteoric. Let's see it. Yes, let's go. We got meteoric on this thing. So we are up to 17 mutations on our carrot. The only ones we are missing are galactic, plasma, heavenly, bloodlet, void touched, zombified, and technically verdant. We did have verdant on this, but it got mixed into paradisal, so we're just going to ask him to add it onto there. We're also going to ask him to add on dawnbound, just so we have everything on the carrot. So we're going to pick this thing up, and we're going to give this to Brighter to add the rest of his magic onto the carrot, so we have every mutation, and we can see the value. Oh, also, before Brighter adds these mutations onto our carrot, I wanted to point out that he does not change the size of the carrot. A lot of people were commenting, wondering why I would give Brighter my fruit if he's just going to turn it small when he has all the mutations. That's not the case. This thing is still at the weight that it was at and the size that it was at when it was in my garden. The only thing that happens when you pick it up is that it just becomes smaller because Grow Garden visually downsizes the plant in your hand, because when it has all those mutations and that big of a size, the game will get very laggy. So this still has the same size. It is just not visually big in my hand while I hold it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and give Brighter our carrot to add the mutations onto it. All right, so he's adding on those mutations that we just said a second ago, and I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Thank you so much, Brighter, as always. By the way, I think there may be problem with like many mutations, like having all mutations in sell price. I guess that would make sense on why a lot of these every mutation videos, people guesstimate the price to be even more. But Brighter said that hopefully all of this will be fixed the next update, which would be fantastic. We can at least see what the carrot is worth with all the mutations on it currently. All right, so Steven, what is this carrot worth with every single mutation on it inside of Roblox Grow a Garden? We're gonna go ahead and ask the man to give us the value. And this thing is valued at 32 million. Which honestly is not bad for this being a carrot. The base carrot literally sells for, and this one's also a little bit bigger, 31. So the fact that we were able to get a carrot that sells for only around 30 shekels all the way up to 32 million is a pretty big jump. All right, and just like that, we are now in early access of the new Beehive update inside of Roblox Grow a Garden. So as you can see, there's a new queen bee in the middle of the map with this that shows the swarm event, and bees fly out of their hive and pollinate your plants for a new mutation. And when you do have pollinated plants, you can actually give it to this honey compressor here, and I believe that will let you unlock seed packs and stuff. We had one of the developers actually give us everything to check out in this update, including all of these new exotic flower pack seeds. So there are new roses, there's a new big sunflower here, and tons of stuff. There's also a 1% chance, it looks like, to get any of these in a rainbow variation, which for some reason is a little bit higher of a chance than the sunflower itself. For now, there are bee crates. For now, we'll go ahead and place these down. Okay, these actually look like they're just cosmetic items. So these will give you different cosmetic items from the bee update. We'll see some of the cosmetics that we get in this, but some of them that I already have unlocked here is the actual Beehive cosmetic. Little bees, particles swarming around it. Oh, the tornado's here. Touch my carrots. Come on. Come over here. Okay, it's just stuck in this random plot that nobody's in. I assume there's going to be actual like rods and stuff that you can use to attract the NATO to your plot to get everything mutated. But at the moment, in the actual gear shop, there's nothing like that you can buy. Let's get back to those cosmetics. So yeah, we have this nice beehive here. We have this queen bee statue, which is pretty cute. Look at her real face. It's so cute. And then we also have this nasty looking honeyed up bench. Best part of the cosmetics in this update is the fact that you can actually rotate these things however you want now instead of just one direction. You can rotate the way it faces like you could do already, and then you can also tilt it left and right and make it a little seesaw. All right, so the biggest part of this update, of course, is going to be the seeds and to show off all the exotic seeds and what they're worth inside of that shop seed pack. And then to actually get honey and trade it in. So from what I know, all of these are a part of the exotic seed pack, except for these high fruit seeds. And I want to say the nectarine seeds. So let's go ahead though and start growing everything here. So I'm going to go ahead and put some pink lilies down. Let's go ahead and grow these. These will be again in the exotic seed pack. So we're just going to throw all these down to grow. All right, so the event is back in the testing place. Now we can actually get some pollinated stuff. So it looks like these little bees in the middle of the map are pollinating my carrots. Okay, it just clicked into nighttime. Hello. Oh. I guess this is one of the gravity events. The black hole event. All right, so anyways, oh, this is nice too. So now instead of showing a percentage, it shows an actual countdown of how long it's going to take to grow these things. All right, so those are our pink lilies. These are our foxgloves. We also have our sunflowers, which these are the big guys, and they take over an hour to grow, but that makes sense because of how gigantic they are. So we're just going to spam all of these down. You won't really have this many sunflowers in the actual game because these are pretty rare. So here's our nectarines here. We'll just keep them on a section. We have our purple Delilahs, which take about 5 minutes, so not as long as the other ones. And then we have our high fruit seeds, which take about 30 minutes. These, I believe, will be from the actual event in the middle. We'll check that out in just a minute. And it looks like these bees from the middle of the map are pollinating, so that's good to know. We have a bee swarm, higher pollinated fruit chance. We have some rose seeds and lilac. So the roses... Oh, wait, so the hives take about 30 minutes. The roses take about 10. So we'll go ahead and plant these down. And finally, the lilacs take about a minute and a half. So the lilacs are pretty quick to grow. All right, so everything is planted and now growing. These are all the new seeds in the game. And let's go ahead and just place down these master sprinklers and try to get this stuff growing faster. All right, so that should help with getting all these grown so then we can actually take a look at all of them when they're fully grown. And to also help out, I'm going to go ahead and buy as many watering cans as I possibly can at the moment. So let's go ahead and grow one of these high fruits. I'm just going to spam grow on this. All right, there's our high fruit. These lilacs seem to be done already, so those are good. Let's get one of these nectarines done here. And I guess we'll spam on one of the sunflowers because these are going to take forever if I don't. Okay, we have a fully grown sunflower somewhere in there. I probably shouldn't have put them all together like that. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in all of the new pets we have here. So let's start off with the regular bee. So we got a little guy here. So every 20 minutes just about flies to a nearby fruit and pollinates it. So this is how you can get pollinated fruit while the swarm event is not going on. You just have to have a little bee. We also have the queen bee. All right, so every 20-minute nearby fruit gets magically pollinated, applying pollinated mutation. And every 21 minutes, a random pet will refresh its cooldown. Pretty much just like the regular bee, but it can also cool down the other bees. All right, we have the petal bee, which is this little pink and white bee. And the petal bee, again, pollinates it, but there's a 1.52% chance flower-type fruit stays after harvest. Good luck. Hey, not again. Shut up. We already did all this.
5.
It got done! It got done!
All right, so we also have the golden bee. Pollinates about every 20 minutes as well, but has a 7.36% chance that harvested fruit becomes gold on harvest. And finally, we have the new bear bee, which the bear bee can't actually fly. This dude just walks around. You're not as cool as the other bees because you're not a real bee. I'm sorry, you're not a real bee. You look stupid. You're not a real bee. I'm just kidding. Please don't hate me for hating on the bear. All right, so every 20 minutes goes to nearby fruit and tries to pollinate it, but it's not a bee, so it fails and turns to a honey glazed instead. All right, well, now that this is actually here and we have some pollinated stuff, let's go ahead and grab our pollinated carrots. All right, so I have pollinated stuff here. I'm gonna give you my pollinated carrot. Okay, so we need 10 kilograms worth of pollinated stuff. I don't know if I have enough. All right, let's fill this thing up. Let's make that honey. Give me a little while. Okay, so it takes 10 minutes. This dude is compressing my honey together. All right, well, in the meantime, while that does its thing, I am going to check out some of the values of these new fruits. So let's go ahead and grab a lilac. We'll grab a high fruit. That's good. These are all high fruits. Okay, can I grab a nectarine? Are all these done? It looks like there's shiny in here, but they're not completely ready yet. So, okay, one purple Delilah. That's good. Foxglove. All right, we'll grab a pink lily. We got a foxglove. All right, and then let's grab a rose. And I guess I'll grab a pollinated rose to do some math to see how much the pollination actually gives you. Let's go ahead and test this stuff out here. So the high fruit, let's see how much the high fruit is worth. This thing is worth 110k for just this little guy. He is at 31 kilograms, so good to know. We have a lilac. How much is this worth? 183. So the lilac is more than the high fruit, and this guy's only at 6.8 kilograms. All right, so let's go ahead and compare our rose here. We have a rose and a pollinated rose. So let's see what the rose is by itself. This is 69,000, and then the pollinated variant of it is 262,000. So that is a pretty good mutation there, especially because you can just get bees to pollinate all your stuff, and then stacking that up with like celestial, like lightning storms and all that. That's some pretty good mutations you can stack up, especially while AFKing. So we have a foxglove here. I can't remember if I already checked this. The foxglove is worth 230k. That's pretty good. That wasn't even one of the biggest ones I have. We have a purple Delilah. This thing is worth 457k, and that's only under 30 kilograms, so that's pretty good as well. That's some good money. And then we have the pink lily, which is worth 814k for just this pink lily. No mutations on it at all. Okay, so this one is a little bit bigger than it would normally be, it looks like, but how much is just an 8 kilogram pink lily worth? Let's see. 117k. So yeah, that's just because that one's a big one. The big one that we really want to see and see how good it's worth is the sunflower. But in the meantime, let's open up these cosmetic crates and see what else we have. All right, so what else did we get? We got this honey fountain, which I do like fountains. In the actual game, I do have quite a few fountains in my garden. That's nice. We have this barrel of honey. And then the only other new one we got was this giant, like, honey tree. Or is this a lamp? I think that's a lamp because it has, like, that white colored brick right there. But this might be, like, a street light type of thing. All right, let's see what we get. Collect honey. I got 10 honey. Oh, okay, so that just goes into your inventory, and then I believe that will be used for the actual shop. Okay, here's the trade honey. In here, you can get the flower seed pack, you can get the nectarine seed, you can get the high fruit seed, you can get a honey sprinkler. That is cool. There's the bee eggs. There's honeycomb. I think that's another cosmetic with the honey walkway. We can use 10 of these to actually get the seed pack, and I believe that will let you get from the exotic flower seed pack. So let's see. Yep, that's where you actually unlock all of those. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the bee egg is actually how you get the bees for pets in your garden. The crates are just a cosmetic, so if you want to get the other cosmetics, that's what the crates do. And then also, we just got a honey glazed fruit, so I'm going to go ahead and just see how much this honey glazed is worth compared to a regular gold. Okay, so gold lilac is 10 mil. Honey glazed gold lilac is 34 mil. So yeah, that's a big increase there, about 3 times the amount. All right, well, I have a couple sunflowers here. So we have a honey glazed one, and we have a honey glazed gold, and then another honey glazed. So let's just go ahead and see, I guess, what this honey glazed one is worth. Okay, so it's only 6.3 million. That is not as much as I was expecting, but that's still pretty good. Let's go ahead and see what the honey glazed gold one is worth. Now, this one is smaller, but let's see what that brings it up to. 67 million. Okay, so the gold really does make a big difference. These will definitely be a challenge to get, but once you get some in your garden and you get them mutated, that should be some pretty good cash every time you go to sell. But yeah, that's pretty much everything in this new Beehive update inside of Roblox Grow a Garden. Let me know what you guys think about this update down in the comments below. Drop a like if this video helped you learn everything about the update, and also subscribe for some more Grow a Garden content coming soon. See you guys in the next one. In this Roblox Grow Garden video, we'll be planting different seeds in our garden that are secret seeds inside of the game. And some of these are admin only, which means only an admin can actually give you these seeds. And you may have never seen them in the game before. If you guys do end up enjoying this video, then make sure to drop a like. And also make sure to subscribe, as I plan to give away 3 raccoons to subscribers. To enter this giveaway, make sure you subscribe, comment your username down below in the comments, and also join my Discord server for bonus points. The link's in the description and the pinned comment, and here it is on screen now. Let's go ahead and get started, and let's turn this basic boring garden into something special. So as you can see, we have some different seeds in our inventory here, and most of these have been either in the game before, or they were scrapped, or they're just completely not available to get, and they never were available to get. So first off, we have this soul fruit seed. Now this seed originally was obtainable through the exotic seed pack, but it was only a 1.5% chance to actually get it. So let's go ahead and plant this thing, and let's see what it looks like. I did actually receive some master sprinklers here as well, so we're gonna stack up and use some of these sprinklers to get this thing growing. I'm also going to use a watering can on this. All right, there we go. There is our soul fruit. This thing looks kind of scary looking. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you guys actually have the soul fruit, because this one was obtainable through the exotic seed packs. All right, we got to wait for some fruits to blossom, but this thing looks pretty nice. I definitely would like to add one of these to my actual Grow a Garden account. We'll just have to see what the fruits look like when they actually start growing in, though. All right, so while we wait for this soul fruit to grow, we're actually going to start growing the next seed. And that's actually the cursed fruit seed. Now, this seed was also obtainable in the exotic seed packs, but with a only 0.5% chance, making it harder to get than the soul fruit here. We're going to go ahead again and plant this across from our soul fruit. And let's go ahead and use our sprinklers here to try and get some nice fruits growing off of it. All right, there we go. Cursed fruit is growing. Let's go ahead and spam some watering cans on it. All right, and there we go. There's the plant for it. So this thing looks more of like a little bush instead of a tree, but this thing looks pretty cool. If this game was actually out during Halloween, I feel like the cursed fruit and soul fruit would have been fruits you would have only been able to get during like a Halloween event. Yeah, these things look a little bit more edgy compared to the regular fruits in the game. We also have to wait for this one to grow and to actually start sprouting some fruit, so we'll let it do that. But I actually really like the look of these two. All right, so we're gonna let those grow, and then next to it, we're gonna place down this here. It's called a candy sunflower seed. Now, no, this is not the new sunflower that just came out in the Busy Bees update. This was actually only obtainable in the Easter event shop, but you can no longer get this, and this was another special thing that actually came out around the same time the candy blossoms came out. We're gonna go ahead and place our candy sunflower down right here in the sprinklers so it can start growing. And then again, we're just gonna spam watering can it. Oh, it actually grew really fast. Okay, so this is the candy sunflower. Now, this thing, it doesn't look anywhere near as gigantic and crazy as the sunflowers that are currently in the game, but this is still pretty cool because this is history right here. I don't even want to pick it and sell it because this thing you can no longer obtain. So keeping this in my garden on this account is actually pretty special. So we'll go ahead and get the value of it in a little bit. We'll just give it some time, and it looks like, oh, the bee is going to pollinate it. This actually might be the first pollinated candy sunflower inside of Grow a Garden. Pretty sure there's probably not many of these in the game right now. Now, if we didn't have these crazy sprinklers and the watering cans, this would have actually taken 1.4 hours to grow. So we're gonna give it some time and let it just get some mutations on it if possible. Maybe we can get gold on it from all these sprinklers, but yeah, this might be a first, a pollinated candy sunflower. All right, so the next one we're gonna skip for now because this one is actually only obtainable from admins, and this has never been in the game before from any shops or any legit way to get it. You can only get this thing from admins, but this is called the Mega Mushroom Seed. So we're gonna save this for last so you guys can see the rarest seed inside of the game. And for now, we're gonna go ahead and just skip straight over to the red lollipop. Now there's actually a blue lollipop variant, which if you actually go in here, you can't use admin commands, but if you press F2 and do give seed, and then you put your username, you can actually type in blue and then blue lollipops right here. But if I try to give it to myself, of course, nothing's gonna happen because I don't have admin, but you can actually see some seeds in the list that aren't in the game yet. But there was a blue lollipop variant. I didn't receive it here. I don't know if it actually ever made it to the game, so we only have this red lollipop, but this again was in the Easter event. So I'm gonna grow this one back here. And I guess we'll just do an advanced sprinkler for this little guy. Oh, he grows really quick. And there we go. It's a red lollipop. So it honestly just looks like one of the mushrooms you can get from the seed shop, but it is its own thing. It's a red lollipop. Okay, this sprinkler is so loud. I'm going to delete that. And we just got it pollinated. So if people have not sold the red lollipops, we might have just gotten the first red lollipop pollinated variant in the game. Again, we're setting records. Next up, we have the cherry blossom seed. So I love cherry blossom trees, and so does my fiance. So this is really cool that they actually had a cherry blossom in the game. Now, this one's a very weird one because for a while in the shop, it says before April 21st, players could purchase a strawberry from the seed shop for 21 Robux, and they would obtain this cherry blossom seed. But since then, the cherry blossom seed has not returned, and it's currently unobtainable. So this thing, for some reason, took place of the strawberry seed for a while in the shop. I don't know if it was a bug, and maybe this was just a scrapped seed from early development, but it's really cool that we can experience it now and see what it looks like in our garden. I'm gonna go ahead and let this thing grow with an advanced sprinkler, and let's also put a master sprinkler on it so we can try to get a big cherry blossom since this thing is pretty tiny. And then let's watering can it all the way up. Oh, there we go. It lagged for a second, but there we go. We got a cherry blossom seed growing in. It looks like it's a little laggy or buggy, like it doesn't know how to react to the watering as well as the other stuff in the game, and maybe because this thing was never supposed to be in the game. But there we go. There's our little cherry blossom seed. It honestly looks like the next seed we're about to showcase, which is the candy blossom. Now, the candy blossom is one that pretty much everybody already knows about in Grow a Garden by now, but we were actually able to receive one on this account to showcase it. Plants it like right here, kind of close to the cherry blossom, so we can actually see the differences. All right, let's watering can this all the way up. So what it seems like they did is they probably took the cherry blossom and then they made it into the candy blossom. It looks pretty much the same with like brick to brick ratio. It looks almost like the same build. And then the cherry blossom also has these little droopy things on it, and same with the candy blossom. So I think all they did is they took the cherry blossom, scrapped it, and then they turned it into the candy blossom. But the one thing about the cherry blossom that's different than the candy blossom is what actually blooms on them. You can actually get little cherry blossoms. Now, these are pollinated right now because of a bee just came by, but the cherry blossoms are completely different from what you get from the candy blossom. So this is really cool to see that this was going to be its own thing at one point. All right, so before we go to the mega mushroom, we still have one more to show, which is the Venus flytrap seed. Now, I thought I got a regular variant of this to show, but I actually have a rainbow one that Brighter gave me, so I'm gonna go ahead and plant the rainbow Venus flytrap. You were able to get this from the basic seed pack at a 0.01% chance or 1% chance in the premium seed pack. You may have not seen this one or even knew it was a thing because of how rare it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant this down, and we're gonna see what it looks like, the rainbow variant. That is big. You could see the outline of it. That is actually really cool looking. That is insane. Honestly, this thing looks way cooler than the beanstalk. It looks like the beanstalk kind of took inspiration from it a little bit because of how the way it's like built. I wish you could still get this in the game, but with the rainbow and it's actually moving its mouth. That is crazy. All right, so everything is pretty much grown in. We just have to wait for everything to actually bloom something on it so we can check the values of everything. But in the meantime, while we finish waiting for all of these, let's go ahead and check out this admin exclusive mega mushroom seed. I don't even know where to put it because it's going to take up a lot of space. I guess I'll do it like right here because we have the most space right here. Yeah, this will work fine. Let's go ahead and put it right here. And then to try and make this thing even more gigantic, we already have the master sprinkler over it. So we'll do another advanced sprinkler right here. And then we'll also do a godly sprinkler next to that. And look at that. It's already starting to grow. And this thing is huge. Oh my, look at how giant this thing is. Look how much space it takes up too. I think if they ever add this in the game, they need to make the base smaller, or they need to make it so you could grow your garden even more than you already can, because wow. All right, I'm gonna do some spam clicking on this. All right, we're at 45% now, and it's pretty much just growing the top of it, the red part of it, and it's hardly making any other progress than that. All right, we have all these sprinklers working overtime to get this mega mushroom to grow, and it's still only at 60%, but it's taking shape. It's definitely a mega mushroom. This thing is humongous. All right, 99%. And 100, and it's pretty much there now. All right, well, here's our mega mushroom completed. This thing is huge, and it took forever to actually grow this thing in. Wow. We're gonna take a little break here, and then we're gonna come back in just a little bit when all this stuff grows in and see what kind of money you can make from all these plants. All right, so it's been like 2 hours, I would say, and not everything has completely bloomed something, but we're gonna go ahead and check out what has bloomed. All right, so we do have our cursed fruit that has grown in, and it is pollinated, and it looks huge. Look at how big this one is that we got. This thing is 154 kilograms. This is gigantic. I don't know if they're all supposed to be like this, but Wow, this one is big. I don't think the soul fruit has bloomed anything. I think it actually takes a lot longer, but looking on the wiki, the value of the soul fruit is only about 3,000 for the minimum value, but I don't know what it would be with these mutations we have and how big of the one that we're growing up here would be. All right, we also have this candy sunflower that got pollinated. We are going to collect that even though I didn't want to, but we're going to get this sold, and this one is also pretty big compared to the regular size ones you normally see, because again, those master sprinklers really help. We're going to go ahead and collect one cherry blossom for now, and it looks like, do we get a gold cherry blossom? Ah, we did. So I'm going to check the value of the gold cherry blossom as well. That'd be cool to see. And then we also, it looks like we got a pretty big candy blossom. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, can I grab this just gigantic one right here? There we go. And we have a gold candy blossom, which is actually worth a lot of money for what I know. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Let's go ahead and grab our red lollipop in the corner. And if we actually climb the Venus flytrap, we can pick up the fruit inside of its mouth. And the mega mushroom says you can collect, but I don't know if it actually sprouts anything. When I search my inventory, nothing comes up, and when I press collect, it just kind of does nothing. So I think this is more just for looks. I don't think it actually has anything you can sell on it. Let's go ahead and check the rest of what we have here. So this giant pollinated cursed fruit. Let's go ahead and talk to Steven, and how much is this thing worth? 2 million. Okay, that's actually not too bad. Not as good as I thought it would be for being this big, but it only has pollinated on it, so I didn't expect it to be that amazing, but I mean, still pretty good. Let's check this pollinated candy sunflower now. I don't think this will be worth very much anything. Only 436,000. Okay, well, at least it looks cool. All right, let's try this tiny little cherry blossom. This thing wasn't placed with the strawberry, so I don't think this would be worth much, but let's go ahead and check out the regular value of it. This is worth 7,000. Okay, that's way better than a strawberry, though. Let's check the gold variant. 129,000. So yeah, the gold really definitely helps the cherry blossom. And then candy blossoms are already worth a lot. So if you actually see the value of this one that I have, that's already 1.1 million for just this 10 kilogram candy blossom, which is pretty insane. What will be even more crazy is a gold candy blossom and how much this is going to be worth. 26 million. That is a big jump. We have our pollinated red lollipop. Let's go ahead and see what that is worth. 237,000. Okay, yeah, I didn't think this was going to be that much either. And finally, we have this pretty big normal Venus flytrap from our rainbow Venus flytrap. Doesn't have anything mutated on it, but we're going to go ahead and check the value of it. This thing is just a big spike ball. I'm smacking Steven with it. And this is worth 300k. So that's actually pretty good, and I just love the way that this thing looks. I really wish I had this rainbow Venus flytrap in my actual garden. But anyways, yeah, these are all fruits and plants that you can no longer obtain inside of Roblox Grow a Garden. So let me know down in the comments which your favorite is and what you think the mega mushroom should be valued at if you were actually able to collect from it.